Hello my dear students, welcome back. Today we are going to start our 6th chapter, Current Electricity. You already learned about static electricity in your 8th standard. So let's start the chapter with this figure. Here you can see a child and a dot was raised by a child when she was observing an experiment at a science fair. So in this figure you can see some difference in the intensity of light from the bulbs in the two circuits. So this is due to some peculiarities in current electricity. So let's learn more about current electricity in detail. We have learned that objects can be charged by rubbing and such charged objects can be used for charging other objects. So for that, here you can see an electroscope that you already learned in your 8th standard. And this electroscope is positively charged. When this electroscope is connected to earth through a conductor, can you say what happens at that time? Yes, the positive charge of the electroscope neutralizes completely. And can you say, will the flow of charge be sustained in this arrangement? The answer is no, the charge will not be sustained in this arrangement. Let's observe another simple circuit with a cell, a bulb and a switch. Will the flow of electric current be sustained in the circuit when it is switched on? The answer is yes. If we switch on the circuit, the electric current be sustained in this. So what difference is there in the flow of current in both circuits? In the first circuit, there is a flow of charge for a short interval of time and there is a continuous flow of charge in the second. So the conclusion is the motion of charges creates current. Current is formed in conductors by the flow of free electrons in it and by the flow of ions in gases and electrolytes. So how does the electric charge flow? Let's see. So for that, here you can see some situations like flowing of water, falling down of ball, etc. When the ball is falling down, the direction is towards downwards, from a higher level to a lower level. And in the case of flowing of air, it is from a region of higher pressure to a region of low pressure. And in the case of flowing of water, it is from a higher level to a lower level. So you might have understood now that there should be a difference in energy levels between 2 points if any type of flow is to occur. So observe these figures. Here you can see two figures. If the valve is opened in both of the figures, in which one will it be possible to have water flow? Yes, it is at the first figure and the flow is from A to B. So what is the reason for that? It is due to the gravitational potential difference that there is a flow of water and consequent rotation of the wheel happens. In figure, isn't the water level at A greater than that at B? Yes. Then the potential energy at A will be greater. It is due to the difference in the energy level or the gravitational potential difference that flow of water has become possible. Let's learn more about potential difference. Potential difference and current. There should be a potential difference between 2 points of a conductor if there is to be a flow of current between them. Current flows from a point of high electric potential to a point of low electric potential, like a flowing of water. The unit of potential difference is volt, denoted by capital V. Voltmeter is the device to measure this. If 1 joule of work is done to move 1 coulomb charge from one point to another, then the potential difference between the point is 1 volt. So what is 1 volt? If 1 joule of work is done to move 1 coulomb charge, coulomb is the unit of charge, from one point to another, then the potential difference between the points is 1 volt. Students, observe this figure. Here, a bulb is connected to a switch using a conductor. Here PQ is the conductor. Will the bulb glow if the switch is turned on? The answer is no. What is the reason? Because there is no potential difference between P and Q. Hence, there is no flow of current and the bulb does not glow. For a bulb to glow in a circuit, it should be maintain a potential difference between the conductors. So students, that's for today. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.